crypto warriors, changing our world day by day. The way of the crypto warriors, can't rely on the bankers, no way.
Good morning, Bix Weir, roadtour.com with your morning hornosies, your sip of chaga coffee. I'll get to that in a bit. I always do that, huh? Good morning. We're seeing the new Silver Slam now. Much sharper spikes. No setup with the commercials. Currently, there was no reason for it to spike other than the high-frequency traders, as I've alluded to. And Ted Butler seems to believe they are the new riggers. I would throw in BlackRock in there, and obviously always the U.S. Treasury and the Exchange Stabilization Fund and the Fed. So the battle goes on. The most interesting thing about the current battle is, at the end of the day, there's very little positions changing hands on the COMEX. So this is, all pricing in silver is COMEX. They'll be amazed nothing. Don't even think about it because it's not an exchange. They set the prices. They don't actively find what the fair market value of silver is. So it's all in the COMEX. It's all futures and options. It's all derivatives. It's all high-frequency trading. Look at the volumes. Now, I thought the volumes would fall, and they have. They've fallen substantially since the insanity, but they're still up in the 300-400 million ounces per day range. But look at this. The open interest almost every day barely changes. 158 minus 312 contracts from 158,679. That was yesterday. During that day, about 400 million ounces of silver were traded back and forth with high-frequency trades to set the price. Why do we even have these markets? Why? Why is there futures and options? There is very little to no mining hedging. That industry learned their lessons back when they lost millions from their 1990s hedges. Billions. Talk to Barrick. So they're not going to do any extensive hedging. So who is it that's hedging? Well, there's the coin dealers. That's tiny. That's this big. The largest hedger in the world is the U.S. government, the U.S. Mint. Yes, they pretend to hedge silver eagles, even though they don't buy back all the hedges when they run out of inventory. So what are they hedging? The U.S. government is the largest naked short out there. Run through whoever they're running it through. It was JP Morgan. I don't know if it is anymore. So what is going on? Why do we even have a COMEX market if it's going to be 99.99% speculators with high-frequency traders? Anyway, but that's the world we live in. That's what sets the price of silver. The CFTC, the regulator for the COMEX, says, oh, we have new tools now. We have new tools. Computer, we're so fancy. We have new tools. How long do you think it'll take them to figure out that this is high-frequency trading, illegal trades, to wash the markets, push them one way or the other? Last time it took them 10 years, and they couldn't even do it. It had to go to the DOJ to put JP Morgan on alert. I'm telling you, CFTC, right now, that's a manipulative move right there. Do you see it? Get your head out of your proverbial ass. It's not proverbial. It's your actual one. That is a manipulation of price. What don't you understand about it? Do I need to sit down with you again? Go read the letters I used to write and my conversations, my email conversations with this guy David Cass, a lawyer for the CFTC. He pointed me in the right direction, actually, unwittingly. He's the lawyer at CFTC who told me, no, the SLV silver doesn't actually have to be in the warehouses to count as true inventory, because it says in warehouses or other holding facilities. Basically anywhere in the world, JP Morgan can make it up because they're the custodian. So yes, this is most likely a company called Virtu Financial. Vincent Viola used to be called EWT LLC, but there's a couple others, and they collude together. And on the downdrafts, no, there's nobody doing any deals. That's the amazing thing. These are high frequency trades going back and forth to each other, closing out each other every other blink of an eye. How do we know that? Look at the volumes of open interest. They are not changing. Massive amounts of silver are changing hands supposedly during the day, but nothing happens at the end of the day. Everybody's back to even. That's a recipe for disaster, in my opinion. From Zero Hedge, precious metals pummeled as the dollar spikes. Remember, they can do the same thing to the dollar, and they do. That's usually out of the U.S. Treasury. It's all games. It's all on computers. It's all a rigged con job. Yes, even the dollar. Every single asset out there is rigged now. There are no free markets, as my friend Chris Powell of Agata says. There are no free markets anymore, only manipulation. Then again, if you've been on the road to Ruta long enough, you understand that it was Alan Greenspan who wrote the first computer programs in the 1960s and 70s to create our financial system, and he wrote them for the Fed to control all markets so we could go off a gold standard. Thank you, Mr. Greenspan. Love him or hate him. Most people hate him. I hate him too. But I get what he was doing. You can't have an unbacked fiat monetary system with gold and silver trading freely, or anything traded freely, truthfully. At the end game, you got to rig everything. And if it doesn't have an exchange, find an exchange for it. Cryptocurrency is a great example. They're in there every day rigging cryptos. Virtu Financial has even admitted they're the #1 trader in cryptocurrencies. Yes, the same Vincent Viola that Donald Trump wanted to put in charge of the Navy after he got kicked out of West Point for cheating. He didn't get kicked out, actually. It was just his class. It was his other classmates. Right, Vinny? Anyway, yeah, same shit, different. It's not the same shit. It's different shit, different day. So it's a different rigging operation. We gotta stay on top of it because, yes, the downside is you're going to see these waterfall slide because it's just high frequency traders. Bang, bang, bang. On the upside, there's no one who's going to be shorting into the rise. As I said in yesterday's video, $26 is the number we're looking for right now, the 50-day moving average. Because all the people who follow these trades, they're tech people. They love technical analysis, which in a rigged market should mean nothing. But if you're just down to tech traders and that's all that's left, 99.9% manipulating tech traders, actually it's only about 2 or 3 true traders colluding with each other to set the price. With 99.99% of the trades. That's how effed up this whole silver market is, and has been. If you have 150 years of market manipulation, you can't let it go free. I want to show you something. Not many people know about this. Case just filed in the U.S. District Court, Southern District Court of New York. 7 entities are suing JP Morgan for silver and gold market manipulation. 7. In a civil case. They already admitted guilt. I don't think they did admit guilt. It's deferred whatever bullshit that the DOJ allows them to do. Deferred prosecution, something ridiculous. But 7 companies have stood up and said, we're going to start a class action suit. So it's 7 class action suits all get lumped into one. So I think all they need now is one criminal judge, which is, chock full of them, and JP Morgan gets off again. But it's good to see there are at least massive amounts of lawyers. We're talking trillions of dollars in gains that JP Morgan got by rigging the gold and silver markets over the last 10 years. Trillions of dollars with T. And oh, by the way, they're sitting there with 25 million ounces of physical gold and 700 million ounces of physical silver as part of their compensation for market rigging, which they were making money off as well. Don't believe me? Hey, look, JP Morgan posts surprise jump in profit on lower credit costs. Really, JP Morgan? Well, we know they got out of their short position before the end of the quarter. So if they were long, they must have done really well in their trading book. And of course, that's where all their gains were. Firms traders deliver 30% revenue gain. How hard is it to make 30% gain when you rig all markets? It's easy. It's easy. It's easy. Jamie Dimon belongs in jail. Blythe Masters belongs in jail. The entire JP Morgan board of directors belong in jail. Remember Bernie Madoff? The board of directors had to approve every deal that Bernie Madoff did, and Jamie Dimon had to approve it. They were Bernie's only bank. How many crimes does a bank have to commit before our regulators get off their ass and do something? Infinity. That's the number. Because our regulators are bought and paid for. They're guaranteed a nice cushy position when they leave their regulatory position. Very sad, I know. But really interesting stuff coming up here on Zero Hedge. Nomura warns gamma squeeze extreme grab could flip to extreme vomit by Friday. This is all high frequency idiotic trades. It will be the downfall. By the way, the high frequency trading will be the downfall of the entire system. And that was shown very clearly in a remote viewing session, in a few remote viewing sessions, that the computers just lock everything up. You got high frequency traders battling high frequency traders, battling the Fed, battling the Treasury, battling everybody. Boom, it all just locks up and you don't know what the price of anything is. And you're going to see stuff like this. Flash crashes down to 0. Spikes to 1 million. Flash crashes to 50,000. All over the board, and you're going to say, what the hell is going on? That's the end of the electronic financial rigging system. And it's coming. That's why I have been screaming for years. You need physical silver in your own possession, physical cryptos in your own possession, physical gold in your own possession so you can swap it for silver. In your own possession, get yourself a lawn chair, sit back and watch bullshit like this. Wait till the updates come. In the updates, everybody's going to be saying, how do I buy silver, Bix? How do I buy silver? I don't know what to do. Send Andy Scheckman an email, andy@milesfranklin.com, milesfranklin.com. You don't want to buy when it's going up 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, $100 an ounce. You don't want to buy then. You want to hang on. That's why you're investing, right? To make some money. Probably won't be selling either because the fiat will be worth less and less. But you'll use it when you want to buy something. You want to buy a Ferrari, you'll pull out 2 silver ounces and you'll go buy your Ferrari. But this is why we're sitting on the sidelines. That's why it's so important to have it in your own possession. Just wait till this thing freezes up, and it's coming. I think by the end of the year. It's what I've been saying for a year now. By the end of this year, this game is going to be over or changed dramatically. Now, it's already changed. As of the end of September, it changed. The commercials aren't the massive shorts. They've got the physical metal in SLV for silver as their backing. That's why SLV inventories are so damn high, over 500 million ounces. And all the inventories, I think Ted was saying it's 1.5 billion of identifiable silver. That's a lot. But it's not as much as they're trading. We traded $2 billion in a single day. So it's all insanity. But we knew we were coming. This is year 0. Dude, this is normal for year 0, right? And don't look to the government to save the economy. Nancy Pelosi, are you kidding me? She would never do a deal with Trump now. She wants to destroy the entire economic system. Pretty much everybody does now. So, yeah, I think probably by the end of this month, before the election, we will see the biggest stock market crash in human history. And if you read this article, all the short traders are basically getting destroyed right now. But when they run out, they cover their shorts on these jumps in the stock market. There's only one other place to go, and that's down, 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 down. So I don't know if it'll last until the end of the week, the stock market rises. But nothing is looking good for the stock market going forward. Probably after Friday. If it lasts till Friday. Now, when stuff like this is exposed, voila. All of a sudden, everybody knows about it and they want to get ahead of the game. They start selling their stocks on the rise, which is a self-fulfilling prophecy. And when you're dealing with trillions of dollars, it's going to get ugly. So Nancy's is saying, no, we can't negotiate. You know, Miss Pelosi, history will not judge you well. That's all I have to say. All right. One more thing. Two more things. Yesterday I talked about this. The WHO flip-flops, urges world leaders to stop using lockdowns to fight COVID. Oh my God, the left was going crazy. What? The WHO? They're the leading scientists. We have to trust the science, blah, 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 right? Why are they saying no lockdowns? We've hitched our wagon to the lockdowns. This scares me. Yesterday I was saying, look, the WHO flip-flop. We all knew you didn't need lockdowns. I have a philosophy of doing the opposite. Always do the opposite of what these large global institutions are saying. The World Bank, the IMF, the WHO. Here's my take on this. I do believe they're going to release a new virus that is 10 times worse than the old one. And it will cause real deaths. And it will be really drastic. And with the WHO saying, hey, go on out, don't do any lockdowns, it would spread it much faster. So I think this is the WHO's way to kill people. But who knows? Nobody knows these days, but these are the scientists. I love the line. This is from Zero Hedge. In a stunning rebuke of the, quote, science and the, quote, doctors and left politicians, career bureaucrats in the U.S. and across much of the West, the Epoch Times' Evan Petronoff reports that the World Health Organization's special envoy to COVID-19 has urged world leaders to stop using lockdowns as the primary method of control against the spread of the Chinese Communist Party's virus. Yes, it is the China virus. They invented it in a lab and they unleashed it on humanity. Anybody is a denier in that? Come on, wake up, dude. So, I don't know. I'm gonna continue to take all my vitamins, all my vitamin D, my vitamin C, my chaga, my zinc, my everything. Because the best defense is your body being fortified against it. So yeah, that's that. Oh, by the way, have you guys seen our little cryptocurrency Theta? Bitcoin's not doing much. Theta is staying strong. Staying strong. People ask me, well, when will you stop buying Theta and just enjoy the ride? At $5 Theta, probably next year. When it hits $5 at some point. This year, I think it'll hit $1 by the year's end. Maybe $1.50. Definitely into the fives, but it'll be volatile. It'll hit well over $1 when it hits Coinbase. It opens up a brand new, vast ocean of investors in the United States. So if you don't have any yet, get it. If you're living in the U.S., I do have a way to get it. Go to Road to Ruda's private road. It's the very first. Oh, there's the Bitcoin bin meetup I just posted on the year zero updates. That's me and Ben talking freedom. But if you go to the private road at roadtoruda.com, the very first page is Ruda's Theta page. It tells you how to buy it, even if you're in the U.S. It tells you how to store it, and it tells you how to stake it. You do not have to be a crypto expert. This page will probably be posted on the public road after the Coinbase announcement. But for now, on the private road, I want you guys to get your hands on it before the rest of the world does, before the rest of the U.S. does. What is it? It is the new internet. It is Internet 2.0, and it's so much more than that. But Internet 2.0 had to be invented because we're running out of bandwidth, especially with everybody on lockdown. And who's going to be buying the Theta fuel tokens? Amazon, Netflix, Google, everybody who needs bandwidth, everybody who puts content out there. And they're going to buy it because it's 10 or 20 times cheaper than the current CDNs, the content delivery networks. The current centralized system is extremely expensive and getting more expensive because there's just no bandwidth left. And with the 5K, ultra high definition, virtual reality, everything, it won't work without something like Theta. So there you go. That's why Theta keeps going up. from, I think I started recommending it at 12 cents. It went down to 5 cents. And now it's moved from 5 cents to 75 cents. It will move from 75 cents to $75 to $750. And then into the thousands, plural. Thousands, plural. That's my spiel today. If you guys want to join the Road to Ruta, I am giving away 25 Theta and 25 Theta fuel. Already loaded on a paper wallet that you can just stick in your silver safe if you know nothing about cryptos, and then pull it out when Theta's over $1,000 each, and you got $25,000. Does it work like that? It can over time. I gave away 1/10 of a Bitcoin not all that long ago. When Bitcoin was at $200, I was giving away $20 in Bitcoin. It was 0.1 Bitcoin on a paper wallet. Those of you who have it now are sitting with what, $1,100, over $1,000. Anyway, join today. This is Bix Weir, roadtoruta.com. I'll talk. Oh, wait. One more thing. We're going to do a live stream today at 11 a.m. Pacific time, 2 p.m. East Coast time. I'll put out a reminder right here on Road to Ruta. You guys get your public road updates. Put your name and email address in, and I'll be sending you emails every time I update or have a comment about our craziness in year 0. Anyway, stay safe. Keep taking your chaga. Keep taking your vitamins. Look out for politicians. They're lurking around every corner. And to save our country, we might have to dump our political system, which means we're going to have to dump the federal government and much of the state government as well. But to save our country, it might be worth it. It's Bix Weir, roadtoruta.com. I'll talk to you.